Oh my god. It just gets worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And now we're here. So, as of recently, very, very recently, at the time of me recording this roughly 6 hours ago, I'm trying to rush this out since it's topical and I'd rather talk about this now rather than having to talk about it much later on Friday. But Roblox is running their own game into the ground again. They're running their platform into the ground again. If you haven't heard, they're effectively changing the way that publishing games on Roblox works almost entirely. Changes that are going to be taking effect on May 19th. Now, in terms of all of this information, if you're curious on reading every single little bit of it yourself, I'll of course link the dev forum that announces all of the changes in the description, along with probably throwing a quick video right now where I slowly scroll through. So if you want to pause and read any specific part of it, you can. But I'm going to do a quick TLDR going over hands down the worst stuff on here, which ends up being most of it. The main takeaway for the changes that are going live is they're paywalling the ability to make games on this platform. And they're making it as difficult as possible for anyone who isn't actively an adult to make a game. Which, I don't think I need to tell you that pretty much goes directly against everything that Roblox was and has been up until this point. But it also doesn't entirely surprise me, seeing as the chat removal is something that I really thought they would go back on when it came to community backlash, and the second that they doubled down, it seemed like almost a death blow to this platform. If you want the specifics, they've broken publishing games on the platform down into 3 different distinct categories. First is if you want to publish the game for personal use. So you can play it, nobody else can. If you want to do that, you can still do it without any sort of requirements whatsoever. That said, if you want other people to actually be able to play your games, you're going to head over to the first requirement, which is to publish to 16 plus users and trusted friends. In order to publish a game that will fit that criteria, you need to complete one of Roblox's nonsensical AI age checks, have an account in good standing, something that's not iterated on whatsoever, which means that I guess Roblox can just say tough shit to me right now because I'm criticizing them, so I suppose I'm not in good standing. I'm not cool enough, so they can just cuck me. Sure, whatever. Not the end of the world, still stupid with how vague of an introduction this is. And finally, have an account on Roblox that's been on the platform for at least 2 days, a requirement that's pretty much laughable. If the idea was to stop people from spamming accounts to create games that they could publish to 16 plus users, 2 days? What the fuck's even the point? I can make 50 accounts today and then 2 days later spam out games. I don't know, man. But the real kick in the balls here is number 3. If you want to publish a game that's active on all age ranges, which once again is anyone on the Roblox platform under the age of 16, a game platform that is predominantly made up of people that are under the age of 16, meaning that if you don't do this, you lose access to a huge player base. The majority of the platform you now can't reach. In order to reach those people, you have to directly be ID verified, sending your own documents to Roblox, have a 2-factor authentication set up, and have an active Roblox Plus subscription. For those who may not know what this is, Roblox Plus is what's replacing Roblox Premium. It's pretty much a rebrand as far as I can tell looking into it very briefly. I don't know why they decided to rebrand this. If I had to guess, they're probably taking away a bunch of features because that's what Roblox does best, and then calling it something else even though it's the same fucking thing. Either way, just to be clear here, they have paywalled your ability to create games that reach the majority of the platform via a monthly subscription fee. Not a one-time fee, not a certain amount of money spent on the platform already, a subscription service that you have to use in order to make games. All that on top of the fact that your game still has to complete an evaluation process by probably the AI. Let's be real here. I doubt it's real people. It's probably an AI that looks at your game and decides whether or not it's good enough to actually be published. Oh, but Eclipse, if you've already had games with an active player base in the past, Roblox is gonna be generous enough to give you 6 months of free Roblox Plus. After which, you have to fucking pay anyway, you assholes! Fuck you! Seriously, I have not seen a more obvious example of blatant corporate greed coming from Roblox than this decision. Like, come the fuck on. Seriously, if your guys' idea was to make it so that quote-unquote bad actors can't make games that shouldn't be reaching kids, and you think that this monthly subscription fee is the actual solution, get the fuck out of here. We all know that's bullshit. All of this shit is nonsense. It's all smoke and mirrors in order to make the experience actively worse so that way you guys can try to cash in and make more money. And the funny part is that you're probably still losing money from these terrible decisions. So why the fuck do you keep making them if they keep hemorrhaging users and losing you guys money? If you're ever even remotely curious as to why Roblox is making all of these horrifically terrible decisions, just look, literally just look. This is their stock price. Over the last year, it has fucking plummeted. It has fallen off a cliff. Nobody wants to invest in these assholes because, newsflash, they keep being outed for harboring predators and not doing anything about it. And then when they actually finally cave to do something about it, they make so many horrible and baffling decisions that it just makes it worse and worse. And then people don't want to play the games, so then they're not making any money, so the price goes down even more. This is why they're doing it. The reason they're doing this shit is because they're losing money hand over fist, and they're hoping that by paywalling games and forcing any developer out there to pay them a monthly subscription in order to make games on the platform, that they'll hopefully recover some of their losses. That's why they're doing this shit. I don't think any of you are fooled by this, but if there's anyone out there who's an apologist, show them this shit, because it's so fucking obvious. This is what they care about. Your user experience, they couldn't care less. The hundreds of thousands of developers and potential developers in the future that now aren't going to make games because they don't want to jump through all these hoops or they don't fit the requirements, they don't give a shit about those people. The only thing they care about is this little graph right here. And it just sucks. Dude, it just sucks. Because I'm making a Roblox game. A lot of you know that. I don't think there's going to be too many Roblox users who end up seeing this video that don't already know that. But if you're from an outside place that doesn't normally watch my channel and you got recommended this video, I'm an active developer on this platform. I'm working to make my own game, and this fucking sucks. I feel like I picked the worst possible time to be making a Roblox game because I'm putting this shit together on an active sinking ship. And the ship, just like the people that are manning it, keep blowing holes in their own ship, trying to sink it even further, as if it's going to stop the ship from sinking instead of plugging the holes. As for me, at least in terms of the development of my game, it shouldn't affect it too much anyway. It's not like all of these things are direct roadblocks to me as a grown adult. I have government issued IDs already, so that's not a problem. Two-factor authentication is already enabled in my account, so once again, not an issue. As long as the AI doesn't directly deny my game's existence, I shouldn't have to worry about that either. And in terms of Roblox Plus, aside from my very obvious worry and almost certainty that will happen of constant price hikes on that subscription service, $5 a month is not going to kill me. But it doesn't make it any less shitty that we had it so much better and that they actively just continuously make the overall system, program, and platform worse for everybody. And while I might not directly be affected the most by this, I know there are many, many people out there who are now either not going to be able to publish games, won't ever get into game development to begin with, or don't have the capabilities of being able to put themselves into the position of being able to publish games now. And while some of those people may be able to get away with publishing 16 plus games, 16 plus games are never going to get anywhere on a platform that is predominantly made up up of people that are either in that 16 range or lower. You're kidding yourself if you think that those types of games are going to be able to be nearly as successful or pull in a profit. All of this stuff is just baffling, and it's hilarious that they put it all under the guise of trying to protect the children and how generous they are for giving established developers 6 months of a free subscription service. Ho ho ho! Thank you, overlords at Roblox. You saved me $30. Oh, thank you, Roblox overlords. Thank you so much. In conclusion, man, I feel like I don't want to say that I don't think it can get worse at this point and that it's only up from here or status quo from here. But at this point, I've already been proven wrong. I didn't think it was going to get worse than the chat stuff. I really didn't. I thought that was rock bottom. And we've reached a new rock bottom with that stuff still going completely unaddressed. I don't know. I guess I'll see you next time.